Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the 49ers under the lights on Sunday night.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the Wild. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. McCaffrey trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. To the right side and complete to Thomas. He'll get it inside the 20. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he's got his target, Harris. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try again. And across the chalk into the... Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Fields this way up at the 17. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McCaffrey on the counter. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 44 yards for him on the ground so far. A great start to this divisional round contest. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And some space here. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 75 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Off the play fake, Cousins rolling to his left. Touchdown! George Kittle, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They start the drive here with Gainwell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Now a first carry for their fullback. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The fullback comes through with a big play there. 44 yards on the ground. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Alert! Alert! Hey! Rock on switch!
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. That a 92-yard kick return. And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A give to the fullback on the dive. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stumped the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
Fielded at about the 28. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And they will take over first and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
steps away. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown 49ers. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On play action, Cousins. This one caught by Kittle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. They go play action. Cousins. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers extend their lead yet again. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling if this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Second and 11. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Hey, check it.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Play fake. Cousins. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Play action now. Cousins. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Piñeiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. Tony Pollard, a touchdown run in the victory. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And even though they've got work to do on the scoreboard, their running game has been solid. Over 100 yards rushing in that first half. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they too have had a lot of success running the football, as both of these teams have really used their offensive lines to great advantage. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these two teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, good looking return set up here. The 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown.
Kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Bronco switch.
On the give, this is their fullback. And some room to run. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Elliott good on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think he said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 146 yards rushing for him now, and the ball game is as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Purdy bootlegging it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Purdy. Gets this one to use check. And he is going to lose yardage here. Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll try and run with their fullback. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On first down, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
On the ground, McCaffrey. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And they'll run again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Purdy on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Play action. Now Purdy. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Selma, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Greg Newsom. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Purdy off the play fake. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, it's Purdy. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Let's go.
7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball? And in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Hurts. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 42. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. This is taken around the 12. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Purdy to throw it on first down. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team is certainly fault. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here, and they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Niners are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
A short kick taken at the 18.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Smith catches left side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, have a game, sir, why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game. And this one, won by his side of the ball. They played so well, surprised he didn't get his 2nd sack earlier.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And it round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
No let up in